Genesis chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one speech, one language. And as people journeyed to the east, so did they come into the land of Shinar, and it was small and rent-controlled, and perfect for a race that was just starting out. And this place was called Babylon. And some guy said, "Go to, let us invent brick and mortar and build for us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. And so can we drop by God's house whenever we want, just to say, hey." And everyone else was like, "Okay." And so did this construction began. And the Lord saw what men were building, and said, "Damn it, if they finish that thing, I'll never get any privacy up here. I need my me time." And the Lord put on a clever disguise, and came down to earth and met with that guy from earlier. And he said, "Hey, what's all this then?" And the guy said, "We're building a city and a tower that may reach into the heavens." And the Lord said, "Wow, that seems like quite a project. You must be hungry. Here, have some of this." And the Lord rummaged through the pockets of his romper, and out of them he brought forth a fruit. And the Lord sliced off a sliver of the fruit with his razor-sharp acrylic nails, and offered it to the guy, saying, "This shall surely slake thine hunger." And the guy said, "Oh, thank you, but I'm not hungry." And the Lord said, "Sure you are." And the guy said, "No, really, I'm on a cleanse right now, I couldn't." And the Lord sighed, and he twirled his fingers around a bit, and a gust of wind swept through the land of Babylon. And the fleck of fruit was blown from the Lord's finger and into the guy's mouth, and the guy began to choke. And the Lord said, "Oh no, let me help you with that." And the Lord stroked the guy's neck such that he would swallow the slice. And the guy swallowed it, and he fell to the ground and flailed about, clutching his head in agony. And the guy said, "My brain! Holy fuck, I can feel it in my brain." And the other workers gathered, and they asked the Lord what hath happened. And the Lord said, "Oh no, it looks like this guy has that crazy disease that we've all heard about." And one of the workers said, "Oh, is this that Ebola thing?" And the Lord said, "Close. This is actually F-bola, which is, one worse than Ebola. The F stands for fatal. Anyway, lucky for you folks, I have the cure. Open wide, little piggies." And every man and woman opened their mouths, and the Lord shaved off flecks of the fruit into the mouths of the Babylonians. And every man and woman in the land fell ill with head pains, and when the pains dissipated, they were no longer of one speech, and they could no longer understand each other. And for some reason they just decided to not build the tower anymore. And there were now many languages in the land, and the many languages spread throughout the earth. Now these are the generations of Shem, and Shem begat Arphaxad after the great flood. And Shem became a celebrity chef, and started his own restaurant called Crème du Garçon, and lived his dream until he died. And Arphaxad begat Salah, and Arphaxad got shipped off to military school. And after the army, he became one of the pioneering developers of bungee jumping. And Salah begat Eber, and Salah got really into the 60s, and no one ever saw him again. And Eber begat Peleg, and Eber became an architect. And Peleg begat Reu, and Peleg became a contractor. And Eber and Peleg started out small designing playground equipment, but they became multi-millionaires when they invented mini-malls. And Reu begat Serug, and Reu married Wendy Peppercorn, and had 9 kids, and bought Vincent's drugstore, and they still own it to this day. And Serug begat Naor, and Serug became a professional wrestler. You know him as the Great Hambino. And Naor begat Terah, and Naor played AAA ball but never got to the majors. And he owns his own business now, and he coaches a Little League team that his sons play on, called the Heaters. And Terah begat Abram, Naor again somehow, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah, and of Haran, who begat Lot. And Abram and Naor took unto them wives, and the name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Naor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran. So Naor straight up married his niece, who was also his great-granddaughter. But Sarai was barren. She was kicked in the uterus by an angry mule, whom she cut in line at the Crème du Garçon Premature Crème Express line. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Haran, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, and they went forth into the land of Canaan, and they came unto the city of Haran, and dwelt there. And after Terah pickled the beast, his reputation spread throughout the land, and from then on he was known as Terah the Jet Terah, and the nickname stuck with him for the rest of his life.